Our world just got a new version, and with that, Godot is also getting an upgrade soon with its new release, Godot 4.6. So, let's quickly go through the most interesting features and quality of life changes in Godot 4.6. Let's start with a big one, inverse kinematics. Yes, IK is officially back in Godot. In layman's terms, kinematics is all about how joints move in a 3D model. There are two types. Forward kinematics means the parent controls the child. Moving the child does not affect the parent, so you have to manually move each joint step by step to position something like a hand. Now, inverse kinematics flips that logic. The hand automatically follows the target and rest of the joints automatically adjust. Pretty cool, right? IK was removed in Godot 4.0 because the original design had some issues and needed reworking. But now, it's back in Godot 4.6 and it works flawlessly. Huge thanks to Silk Renew for that. Alright, now for something more advanced. Godot 4.6 adds official tracing profiler support. A tracing profiler records a timeline of everything your game and the engine are doing. This lets you see exactly what happened, when it happened, and what caused performance slowdowns. Before this, developers had to manually add profiling code. Now, it's part of the engine. To use them, you will need to build the engine from source. Okay, enough brain-heavy topics. Let's talk visuals. This is Godot 4.5 and this is Godot 4.6. The new default look is based on the Godot minimal theme, which, let's be honest, most people were already using. Now it's official and it's called the modern theme. If you still prefer the classic look, don't worry, you can always switch back anytime from editor settings. Thanks to NinTorch, Godot now supports advanced joypad features too. Right now, we can only customize controller LED colors, but soon features like motion sensors and adaptive triggers will be supported as well. Console and controller heavy Godot games are about to feel much better. Next one's important for Android developers. Before Godot 4.6, accessing non-media files from storage required the Manage External Storage permission, which is very broad and Google really doesn't like it. But now, thanks to Anish Kumar, Godot supports the Storage Access Framework. With this, Godot games can access files using Android's System File Picker without requiring any special permissions at all. There are also several visual quality improvements like Glow is now applied before tone mapping, improving visual quality, and the default Glow Blend mode is changed to screen. AGX Tone Mapper now supports white, contrast, and future HDR support. Screen space reflections look better and use less performance. Temporal anti-aliasing has been adjusted to reduce ghosting, and yes, it's not just about 3D. The 2D renderer is redesigned to reduce GPU load when drawing lots of objects. In some cases, this results in up to 7x performance improvements. Glow effects in the mobile render are also improved and optimized. Now, let's rapid fire some quality of life updates. Sorting arrays is now faster, RAM usage has been reduced when opening files, a reverse function has been added to the arrays, vectors, and strings. There's a new show encryption key toggle. The array inspector has been redesigned with a cleaner, more minimal layout. The bottom panel is now part of the docking system, meaning you can move it anywhere you want. In the 3D viewport, you can now see the current rotation angle while rotating objects, making precise adjustments much easier. The Brasenham line algorithm has been added to grade map drawing. Before this, there were gaps while drawing. Now, those gaps are gone. You can also assign shortcuts to quickly create new folders, resources, scenes, scripts, or text files. By default, these shortcuts aren't assigned to any key, but you can customize them however you like. Here's another really useful one. If you drag and drop a file or node into a script while holding Shift plus Alt, Godot will automatically create an export variable for it. Game speed controls are now embedded directly into the game video, making it easier to control your game speed while testing. There's also a new icon that indicates linked resources. In earlier versions, docks wouldn't open while dragging, making it harder to place items. Now, docks automatically open when you hover over them during a drag. And it doesn't stop there. You can now drag across multiple flags at once to enable or disable them, something that wasn't possible before. You can also open editor settings directly from the project manager, which is a small but very welcome change. RGB textures are now converted to RGBA directly on the GPU, making texture compression almost 2 times faster in most cases. Thanks to Arsney, the mesh simplifier has also been improved. It now simplifies mesh components along with collapsing edges, making it much easier for complex meshes to reach the desired level of detail. And at last but not least, Godot now has native support for OpenXR 1.1. This automatically enables OpenXR 1.1 features on supported devices. So, these were some of the changes in Godot 4.6 that I found interesting and useful. Which ones are your favorites? Did I miss something important? Let me know in the comments, and Happy New Year! Best of luck achieving whatever you wrote in your New Year's resolution.